Check, check, check. I don't know when I'm live. I never know. Am I live now? I think I'm live. Hello. I think I'm live. Most definitely now. Okay. Hey, YouTube. Everybody who likes to come to the Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel, thanks very much for coming once again for another fantastic Thursday evening of frolicking and forecasting, like we like to do here. Your show about how much the weather absolutely sucks. And it does. It does suck indeed. Yeah, I'm just getting myself set up here as per usual. I'm always on the fly, organizing. I got a lot of cool new things to show you tonight, too. So bear with me for a couple minutes while I get things set out to everybody in the world, while I get the new thumbnail put up and get our panelists onto the show slowly. I'm Joey Only up here, Wells, BC, 3,953 feet above sea level. Our snow broke yesterday. You could walk in the baseball field. It was unbelievable. It's finally happened, everybody. We have ground in places in Wells. I really thought it would never happen. Every year it's so. Of course, there's still ice on the lake for a few more weeks, probably. It's not showing much sign of weakness out there yet, but it'll come. Its time will come. So I'm setting the show up here. Forgive me. It always takes so much time. What you could do is help me, because I don't have very much for the algorithms. You know, like I'm a weird weather guy in the wilderness of BC, but I do things. I do things that matter. In fact, there's one thing I can't tell you about yet, but we got a big announcement coming next week that I'm really stoked on. And yeah, I don't know when that'll get announced. It's not up to me, but I can't wait to share that with you. But I got something else to share with you too. A couple websites that we're going to talk about. Hey, first thing though I'm going to do is I'm going to share the link to a few places on the internet. Otherwise, you know, the kind of algorithms we got here, we're never going to get much for an audience. But I'm thankful for you regulars that come back every week. I certainly am. I'd be nothing without you, because that's about the best I seem to be able to do most of the time is the regulars. But the regulars are good enough for the most part. You know, I really like you guys. So thanks for coming here. And boom, I'm sharing my links around to everybody. Getting that out there to the world. The Comedeorology. It's a show concept I came up with that no one can say. Like, just nobody physically is able to. Like, even after all these years, Brandon Hauk has a hard time saying Comedeorological report. Comedeorology is easier than saying Comedeorological report. That's definitely difficult. I understand. And, you know, generally when you name things, you're supposed to pick names that people can easily say and remember, and it would help you. It would help you to, you know, not punish the public to try to say your podcast name. Sorry, that's not how my sense of humor works. The weather's funny business, funny stuff. I'm almost ready to start sharing stuff with you. Can't wait. So it's going to get really hot in BC. That's one of the things we'll be talking about. We're going to start by looking at model images. Okay. Joey is ready. Oh, I got to sit up more properly, though. That's terrible. Okay, share screen. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share the screen now. So what we have here is one of our favorite maps we like to look at, because it shows you where the jet stream approximately is. Trying to move things out of the way here. Right now, the jet stream is ridging up over British Columbia and spilling into Alberta. We have some low pressure over here. Storms breaking out throughout much of eastern areas of the U.S. and making their way out towards the Maritimes. We'll hit play on tape and watch what goes on with the ridging here. The warm air. I sure hope you can hear me. I haven't done a proper mic check or anything tonight. And that would be a disaster if you can't even hear me. Maybe I should almost check that. Look at the big ridging. So We're going to stay warm here a lot for the next little while. That's what this is telling me, first of all. Look at this. All the warm air can spill on up here. Then this like storm happens down here, but it just kind of like shovels more warmth up towards us and then goes across, northern Mexico into Texas and things like that, and becomes its own story while we kind of get left high and dry here. I'm just going to double check. Yep. Here's my microphone is working. Good. Good to make sure of that stuff. Okay, first thing I'm going to show you after this now, for a couple of reasons, is Instant Weather Pro. Adam, who's been on the show before and is part of our group chat all the time, he's very active. He's active with Northern Tornadoes Project. He's active with Instant Weather. This is an app he made. Now, this is Instant Weather Pro, and it's a desktop version, but you can get a free version of the app yourself. Yes, you can download it for your phone, Instant Weather. So it's awesome. And it's got all these different things. We got high wind warning up in Alaska, 75 miles max expected. For example, down, so there's storm action going on up here. Gale warning, small craft advisory up there in the Gulf of Alaska. Down the Alaska coastline, small craft advisory. Right now in BC, we'll have a click on the radar. I see there was a few showers going on, a few showers out by Fort St. James, Tachi, out on Stewart Lake, a few up by the Hart Highway and in towards the Rockies, a couple showers. Here comes Karen Richards into the group chat, which is fantastic. Seeing as we're right there pointing at Prince George. She's in Prince George. So there's our sort of satellite image over top there. Down U.S. coast here, small craft advisory, hazardous sea warning off Oregon coast there, 14-foot high swells till Saturday. Wow, all these blues are for freezing, right down into Utah. Freezing warnings. They're getting that's 28. That's American, right? Fahrenheit, 28. I just love this presentation of this app, and I love how I can just kind of scale around here, and it just sort of takes having to go to the Environment Canada page, makes it less necessary. Storm watch, winter storm watch, 5 to 15 centimeters. Here comes Mike of snowfall accumulations expected up there. Very cool. Down in southern Ontario. Now you see some of those freezing warnings go across Wisconsin. Freeze warning there into Michigan. Freeze warning. Flash freeze warning even. Flash freeze warning. Sub-freezing temperatures as low as 25 possible. And when you go over to the Ontario side, we get sort of the same thing. Frost advisories for southern Ontario. Toronto, frost advisory right across to Kingston. Frost advisory, yellow advisory. Chilly there. Frost may damage some crops in frost-prone areas. Like they say in southern Ontario, you really shouldn't plant much of anything you care about until after the May 2-4 weekend. Out to Montreal, frost advisory up the St. Lawrence there. And then rainfall warning that extends all the way around. Is this rainfall warning too? Yep, rainfall warnings. Look at that. Rainfall combined with melting snow is expected 40 to 60 millimeters to the tip of the Gaspé Peninsula. Down where Frankie is from, we got a special weather statement for Frankie on Cape Breton Island, 30 to 50 millimeters of rain. There's some heavy rain going on right now. We'll click onto the radar here, and you saw the satellite overlay. Heavy rainfall right through St. John right now. They got rainfall warning as well in St. John. 50 millimeters intensifying this evening, continuing into Friday. A few thunderstorms are even possible. Karen, Mike, are you there? Here comes Hank Vliestra as well.
I am here.
I'm here.
Hey, good evening. There's Newfoundland as well with a wind warning, lay sweat wind warning. And someone is bleeding into the microphone there. 90 kilometers an hour. Lay sweat wind warning. So look at that. Look at all the different things you can do with this instant weather. It's just awesome. This is the pro version, and there's a lot of options on it. And there's not enough going on tonight to really warrant having to use some of them. There's no tornado warnings or anything going on. A little bit of a storm out there in the Atlantic Ocean. There is some rougher weather down here, for example, in New Orleans going on. Click on the radar proper here. Boom, look, it does its big scan. I'll take a second there. At
Oh, looks like Hank's out
KLIX.
for his walk.
Oh, Hank's walking. Thunderstorms out
Nice.
there off the coast. I'm just playing with instant weather here. Have you ever had a chance to use instant weather? This is Adam Skinner's production, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
I haven't yet.
I don't have to seem to have a
Haven't yet
radar.
either.
I seem to have a radar reading on that one. There we go. We'll look at this guy instead. You can see some of those thunderstorms down there. What's going on with you, KLIX? We'll try KHDC instead. Wow, that one's big time. Boom. Storms out by Hattiesburg. Nothing too crazy going on. So you can really see that, I could probably rely on this a lot instead of using radar scope. There's still things I'd like to use radar scope for, so I'm going to keep it. But also I find the presentation here means I don't have to really look at Environment Canada near as much. Thunderstorms over Kerrville, Texas right now. Larger story going on is the flood watch. Associated flooding caused by excessive rainfall is possible down there. There's a bunch of flash flooding warnings throughout the edge of these bright green ones here. Flash flooding warnings. Flood warnings. No, that's just a straight flood warning. Minor flooding is forecast in the Tom Bigby River at 24 feet. Flooding of low-lying farm and pasture land begins. The river is expected to rise above flood stage early Sunday morning and crest at 25.1 feet. So a little higher than you want it to be there. A little higher than you want it to be. Some other statements here in the pink. Winter storm warning. Unbelievable. Winter storm warning for the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Travel could be very difficult. Snow levels between 9,000 and 10,000 feet. So it's up there, but it's high country there. Dropping to 7,500 feet Friday morning following the passage of the cold front. It's high country up there. Between New Mexico and Colorado. So here's one of the tools we'll be relying on a fair bit in the coming, that radar is out right now. In the coming summer, severe weather forecasting time. The other one I'm going to show you is one that we've been discussing lots in the group chat. Ooh, there's that rainfall in Quebec. And the one we've just been discussing in the group chat, I'll flip over to it right now, is Wildfire Ready that Jeff has been developing. And it's in the testing phase. You can go to wildfire-ready.ca or you can find it, like they're making it available on the App Store. There's a few kinks we're still working out, but I've been doing my best to consult with him on the things we'd like to see on here for fire weather. Maybe I should refresh it too. We'll come back to it in a second. Something else going on here is there's been a fire that's taken off. There we go. In the Caribou, we'll talk about a little bit here. It's 7-point-something kilometers from the old Bob Inn property along Tingley Creek. And that's, of course, for many of us who have been to the Bob Inn parties. There's a stage in there. We know that property well. There's been some fires out there in the past. In fact, BC Wildfire Service in 2014 or 15 made a camp there. Maybe it was 2012. I can't remember the year that Bob got evacuated and he was staying here. I was working a fire down here somewhere by the Twan Lake, and Bob died last year. He wasn't living any longer at the Bob Inn property. But yeah, a little bit of fire activity. Grew up to 66 hectares officially out there, out by Northern Ranches Road. Webster Creek fire. You can see Webster Creek there. That's one of the few hits today. Verifiable hits. Quiet. The fire at Anaheim Lake. Under control. Under control. Up the Fraser Canyon as well. Let's check in on this.
It's one by Catch Creek.
So we see sort of the updated version, what I have here, all available. We can turn off the smoke density, community air quality. That'll just help us a little bit. 10 properties under evacuation from 6 days ago in the piece. See on this bottom thing here. Wildfire located near Saltu First Nation 57 minutes ago. Fairby wildfire being held. Wildfire between Quesnel and Williams Lake. That's the Tingley Creek one. Dawson Creek developer. This is Jeff's story here. Although I don't know. Can you see that? Oh,
it's really okay. There you go. Better.
Dawson Creek developers introduced a new Wildfire Ready app ahead of the upcoming wildfire season. One Dawson Creek developer is using his experience from the 2022 and 2023 wildfire seasons to help residents become more prepared. Jeff Parr, born and raised in Dawson Creek and the founder of Wildfire Ready, a free wildfire information app for BC and Alberta. So it's in the testing phase. We're looking for people to test it. If you can go to wildfire-ready.ca, you can get on you put in your information, your email, and they'll send you like a link to the test version. They're going to launch it very, very soon. As a teenager, Parr said he was interested in website and software development, but being in Dawson Creek, the oil patch sucked me up at an early age. He worked in the oil field for 15 years before switching to work in software. It was a great job, great money and everything. It's just you're never close to home too much. I got 2 kids. I wanted to make a change in life and get back to what I really enjoy. I hear you, man. According to Parr, the Wildfire Ready app began as a passion project before transforming into something bigger. I started to think about the Wildfire app, and then I developed that. It started just a passion project to kind of just fool around with and whatnot. I realized it's actually something that everyone needs. His family and friends have been affected by wildfire. We live in northern BC my whole life, and fires have been an issue for us as long as I can remember. It was either we're fighting fires or we're helping other locals fight fires, or it wasn't even that. Everyone was worried about fire season and how dry it was. So you're seeing lots of fires outbreak during this 15 years in the oil field. There's a few fire seasons hit BC knowing it's only going to get worse. I decided to just build something that's maybe going to help people be a little more proactive. So, there's still kinks that are being worked out, but it's the product is already really great. So we have within our Comedeorological crew now, because Jeff's now in our panel and he's going to be on the show next week with us. Right now, he's working on the app. He's like, currently, he didn't want to come on tonight because he's like, no, I got too many things to still work on. And we've been in a constant chatter because I've been telling him as a wildfire weather guy, what do I want? And he's just been like putting it up there like crazy. So I'm really proud to say I've been part of consulting on this genius thing that he's doing. And it is, because none of us could do this. Maybe Adam could, obviously. He's got the instant weather. But, this is big time stuff, what he's done. And it's all, you take the open source data and you put it together. You can pin your home, your parents' place. Say you got a cabin out of town or a hunting spot you'd like to keep a closer eye on. You can set pins on those locations. If there's a fire or a hot spot or a change in air quality, it'll alert you to be prepared. The app's designed to work alongside resources like 911. If there's ever an emergency, I'll always call 911, he said. The app gives you a clearer picture of what's happening around you so you can make smarter decisions a little earlier, a little easier. In addition, really, the BC Wildfire Service site is the source of the truth. The app is never trying to replace it. It's making their data easier to access on a phone alongside with Alberta Wildfire, NASA, Drive BC, and other personal alerts for locations. So it's just expanding the open source information that BC Wildfire is putting out. And other organizations, Drive BC and Alberta Wildfire, NASA, putting all this open source, including flight radar. When he was like, what would you like to see? I was like, what about aircraft? Can we get aircraft? And he's like, already on that, and I just thought, awesome. So that's just some of the things we have on here. And I like how you can just click on articles that are popping up on what the new news is. So we got the new fire that's been reported in Vernon today. I got to move a couple things here. Oops. What have I done? Is everybody still there?
Yeah.
Is that the desktop app?
I thought I hit pause or something by accident, and I don't know what I did. Hopefully it's still broadcasting. Okay. So yes, this is the app. Out of control, 0 hectares. They're just a little bit east of Vernon on Highway 6. So that's obviously human controlled or human caused, I should say. Under investigation, though. Winds are kind of blowing towards Vernon in the Kamloops Fire Center right now. So it takes sort of the BC wildfire information. Going to have less aircraft at this time. Here is the Ferriby fire being held. It was at 53 hectares. Brandon Hauk has entered the waiting room.
I've been working with Jeff as well. Just for like not the expertise that you guys all have, but from a layman's point of view, like just what we need to know as the public. And yeah, and I'm really proud to be part of it.
So here's the fire out by the old Bob Inn. Fire C10172, recorded by BC Wildfire Service at 66 hectares. Out of control. So as you can see, it's all the same information you get off the BC Wildfire app. And I will still have reason to use their app. They have other things they do on there that aren't well represented.
A really cool app, Joey. I look forward
really
to seeing where this heads in the summer months.
This was the Anaheim Lake fire. Got up to 24 hectares, now listed as under control status. 24 hectares there. It was quite a show yesterday when she popped off, as it often is. It was pretty close to town, but it was on the right side of town. That's where you want to see. About that fire in the West Caribou, here the 100 Mile Free Press is saying, there we go. An aerial shot of Webster Creek fire taken on April 30th. It gives you sort of an idea what it looks like out there. Not crazy active burning. When it was taken, at least the photo, I don't know what time of day it was taken. It did balloon up a little bit to 66 hectares, but it does that yesterday. And then today the report was updated. You know, it's hard to say, so I'm not going to guess about that. But it, it wasn't incredibly hot today. It'll get to 16 degrees, a little bit windy, so a little bit of fire activity out there, but nothing too crazy. Rank 1 and 2 fire behavior this morning. They're saying they're going to progress on the eastern flank. They'll probably get that one nipped in the bud. I think there's a pressure to get things wrapped before the heat really comes on into next week. I think that's sort of like the thinking behind some of these ones. So I'm sure they'll get action on that one pretty quick over the next few days. They've not provided a list of resources assigned. So we don't know. We don't know. So wildfire dash ready. You can see there's a lot of different things here you can put on. Fire danger rating. Did I put it on? And he may be updating it this second too, so that might interfere with things. There it goes. Down Medicine Hat all the way in a big little horseshoe to Lethbridge. Extremely bad. Brooks, Alberta. Are you there, Brandon?
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, you're in the pretty dry. Pretty dry. Another fire that was reported today. Out here, G70183. Small 1 hectare listing. So that's a little
There's
like
a fire danger rating in Manitoba.
Well, almost non-existent so far. A-Star helicopter, fixed wing. We'll probably get more expansion on the aircraft description eventually. But yeah, as you can see, Manitoba is in the blue. In the blue. And
could change pretty quick.
Some, yeah, it can, yeah. But I think you got to get through into spring properly first. The temperatures are pretty cool there right now. So yes, wildfireready.ca. Join the testing. Get over there and do that. Volunteer to test the app. Even got forest type. This is another thing that I asked for. I said, fuel type would really, really nice, even just a basic one. And within hours, he's like, okay, how about this? So we have like some basic fuel types at least that we can look at, fuel coverage, just to even give us an idea on the ground of what we're looking at.
How's it going?
And then maybe in time we'll do something more advanced.
YouTube show.
Introduce us, Hank.
Oh, okay. No, nothing.
Introduce us. Conduct an
Come on,
interview on the
Hank.
street.
Come on, Hank.
Street interview time. Holy, it's 6:57 already. Look how much time I just spent on these awesome apps. I didn't even get a chance to talk about Climate Reanalyzer.
Hank, come on, introduce us.
Yeah, you gotta tell that guy. Look how hot it's gonna get. We're gonna friggin' burn right up there right away. Look at this next week there. This is day 4 through 6. We're looking at there. Boom. Starting Sunday, May 3rd. Boom. Real hot in BC. The temperature anomaly over off the charts, while the rest of Canada kind of wishes they were us, unless they're like in Labrador or the Torn Gap Mountains somewhere in northern Quebec. There's a weird anomaly there. Minimum temperature, we're well above freezing. Freezing temperatures right down to Ontario, like we just saw in instant weather there a little while ago where they got the frost warnings. Look at this, maximum 2-meter temperature. We're going to get temperatures into the 30 by Wednesday probably in southern BC before a cold front comes along, makes everything windy. And then when that does, whatever fire has been burning in the high heat and low humidity through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when that real heat sets in, we're going to have some wind probably come out of that. I expect a bit of wind on Wednesday, sort of. And then when we come out of that heat, we're not going to come out of it for very long. I think we're going to go right back into warm temperatures again, above average. A blocking pattern. The Rex block here, or whatever Mark was calling it. Be nice if he showed up and explained that one. The Rex block. I've heard that term a few times over the years. But yeah, here's our, basically our high pressure saying nope. Closing the door and nothing's getting in. Nothing's getting in. Frankie's going to be here any minute. Holy cow, I'm totally not ready.
Don't forget to press record.
Okay, good. Yes. Good call. I'm going to set up the see, it's so confusing. My computer. That's why I like to do this ahead of time. Show sound clips. And then just pick a clip.
Yeah.
Even just to turn it on so that when I need to go into here again, I don't have to go through these files and folders and figure out what I'm looking for. So good. Here you go. This one's for Jilly.
Many of us have served long Facebook jail sentences. It's a blast, man. I mean,
all right, there we go. Frankie's about to join us, and we are about to start the show properly.
Mike,
Hey,
Greg and Brandon's here. They offer. What about Hilding Donaldson? He got things to do.
Yeah, Hilding's not here, but we got everybody but Hilding.
Mark Ingles, he's in Morocco.
Okay, yeah, we don't have Mark Engels either. Yeah, that's true.
Is that where he is now?
Yeah.
Is he on the mainland or is he on some island?
Well, I guess we're going to have to talk about it on the show. It's the showtime Comedy Meteorology Report. I'm Joey Only here, Caribbean Weather Dude YouTube channel. Welcome to our radio show. This is the recording we make every Thursday night. It's April 30th, 7 p.m. Thursday here at Caribbean Weather Dude YouTube channel. Welcome to everybody at Prince George, Winnipeg, Kamloops, and the radio in Lillooet this week. Welcome to our YouTube listeners as well here at Caribbean Weather Dude YouTube channel. Yes, I said that. I said that as well. Okay, well, we are getting ourselves set up for another night of epic weather talk once again, like we always do here on the show.
Wow.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather, whether or not.
It's Comedy Meteorology Report. I am Joey Only here in Wells, British Columbia, up in the mountains where the snow has broke this week. Finally out in the ball field. You can finally walk around on grass of some sort. It's great. I'm here with my panel of comedy meteorology people from all across Canada, specialists, funny people, all this and that and the other. People such as Karen Richards, who helps run the Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers group on Facebook here, group that I founded. We got Hank Vliestra, storm chaser, walking around in Wilkie, Saskatchewan tonight. We got Mike McGregor over there in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Brandon Houck, of course, the GOAT. Brandon Houck out there in Brooks, Alberta, one of the great weathermen of Western Canada. And then, of course, the greatest of them all, the star of the show, Frankie McDonald, is with us once again from out in Sydney, Nova Scotia. He is the man of the hour all the time, every hour that Frankie's on. We are here. Frankie, hope you're ready. Let's go.
Frankie!
Can you yodel for us? Who has the worst weather in the world, Frankie?
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie!
How you doing so far?
I'm doing great so far. They got a big storm hitting for Nova Scotia on Sunday night. It's going to bring a really cold polar vortex hitting for Ontario next week as well. It's going to bring extremely hot weather, a lot of fires in British Columbia this weekend coming. It's going to bring so much fires in British Columbia, including Vancouver, interior BC, a little bit of showers, including Kamloops, Kelowna, Wells, British Columbia, and Victoria, British Columbia, Washington State, Oregon, Santa Ana winds in California. It's going to bring a lot of fires in western United States. It's going to bring bad storms in Austin, Texas, where Trey Campbell is. It's going to bring a lot of bad storms in Austin, Texas, and it's going to bring a little bit of rain in Houston, Texas. It's going to bring so much stormy rain in northern Louisiana. It's going to bring a lot of rain in Atlanta, Birmingham, Mobile, and Jackson, Mississippi. It's going to bring a lot of rain in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Ocean City, Maryland. It's going to bring so much rain all across southeastern United States except Miami. Then Miami's going to rain too. And Cuba's staying hot as well. It's going to bring cold temperatures in Timmins, Ontario, where Mark Kinsman, Jamie Clump is. It's going to bring lots of cold air in Michigan. It's going to bring lots of showers and cold air in Sunday and Monday. In Dayton, Ohio, where Chase and Marshall Wave Cookies lives, it's going to bring lots of cold air there. In Texas, it's going to bring hot weather this weekend coming. In Western Texas, Eastern Texas, it's going to be cooler. And lots of hot air in California with Santa Ana winds. That's going to trigger a lot of fires in Southern California. And over in Manitoba, it's cooler in Manitoba right now. Saskatchewan's warmer than normal. Alberta. Chinook winds in Alberta too. In Eastern Pacific and Central America, it's really dry in Mexico right now. It's going to bring a whole lot of rain in southern Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nigeria, Honduras, and Panama. Lots of rain and thunderstorms going on there right now. And down in South America is a lot of rain going on in Colombia, Venezuela, and parts of Ecuador, parts of Bolivia, parts of Peru. In northern Amazon rainforest, a lot of rain right now. And in Amazon rainforest, the Rio de Janeiro is gradually getting a dry season. Northern Chile is really dry right now. Southern Chile, lots of rain in coast areas. There's lots of snow up in the mountains in southern Chile. And Rio de Janeiro is a little bit of showers in the forecast. It's getting drier in northern Argentina, Buenos Aires, Argentina. It's colder than normal warning. We're fighting each other in Lucia, Argentina, Stanley, Vulcan Islands, and all those places. And weather all across Europe is it's getting colder and it's getting lots of showers. And this Saturday, Sunday coming up in the United Kingdom, including France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Denmark, Netherlands. It's going to bring some flurries and snow up in the mountains of Norway, rain in coast areas of Norway. It's going to bring some snow in Sweden and Finland as well. In northern Italy, it's going to bring showers next week as well. And thunderstorms and hail. It's going to bring lots of showers and thunderstorms in Croatia, Bosnia, and all those countries. Albania and Greece is drier than normal. Turkey is going to bring a lot of rain this weekend, coming cold temperatures in mountains of Turkey, including Istanbul, Turkey. Then gets a colder weather hitting for Egypt. Strange weather for Egypt this time of the year. In Morocco, where Mark Anglos is at, It's really hot in the interior. It's getting cooler in coast areas in Morocco. Up around in southern Algeria and southern Libya, it's really hot. It's getting cooler in northern Libya right now. Then again, in Syria, lots of showers. The forecast was Lebanon, a little bit of showers in Israel in the forecast. Moscow, Russia's getting warm there. They're cold air fighting each other. And Morocco and Moscow, Russia, Murmansk, Russia's got cold and warm air fighting each other. Murmansk, Russia. Over in East Asia, a lot of rain and wind in Tokyo, Japan, Kyoto, Japan, Osaka, Japan. It's heading towards Sapporo, Hagedale, Japan. It's going to head towards Kamchatka, Russia, with snow in the forecast. In South Korea is lots of rain heading towards South Korea this Sunday. Another rain heading for Japan on this Sunday coming, including all across North Korea, Vladivostok, all those places. It's getting warm air in Mongolia right now. Norilsk, Yakutsk, cold air, warm air fighting each other, including in Magadan, Russia, still warm air, cold air fighting each other. Wuhan, China's going to get lots of showers and thunderstorms forecast this weekend coming. It's going to head towards Hong Kong, Taiwan, a little bit of showers forecasting across places like Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Laos, and lots of rain over Thailand as well. Bangladesh and Myanmar. India's in the summer right now. Temperatures extremely hot in India right now. In Delhi, India, and all those places, lots of rain, thunderstorms in Sri Lanka right now. Lots of hot air in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Syria, and all those places. Over in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia is really dry there right now. It's really dry in Saudi Arabia right now. Oman, Yemen, Qatar. United Arab Emirates. And what about the other places like Northern Africa is? Lots of hot air in Northern Africa right now. Nigeria, again, there's lots of rain, thunderstorms, and forecasts. Sudan, Ethiopia, Northern Sudan is really hot there right now and dry. So is Mali, Chad, and all those places. A lot of rain, thunderstorms going on there. Ghana, Congo, DR Congo, Uganda, and all those places. It's really dry in Zambia right now, including northern, and lots of rain in northern Angola right now. South Africa is really dry right now, except for coast areas. It's going to bring so much rain in South Africa, coast areas of South Africa this Tuesday coming. Cape Town and the other place called Johannesburg, South Africa. Places in South Africa, Johannesburg, South Africa is going to bring lots of rain right now.
Like out South Africa.
And Mozambique is entering the dry season. Up around Cape Town, it's going to bring so much rain in South Africa starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and next week. And Mozambique is getting a dry season. And La Real and Mauritius Islands, they're entering the dry season. Their rainy season is coming to an end. In Perth, Western Australia, where Kyle lives, it's going to bring lots of dry air there. Right now, there's a storm off of South Coast Australia, Darwin, Australia, Queenstown, and Cairns, Australia. And Townsville, Australia is getting into dry season before you know it. Sydney, Australia got rain in the forecast in Sydney, Australia this weekend as well. New South Wales, Australia, parts of Brisbane, parts of Melbourne, and Canberra, Australia.
Big high pressure over New Zealand, though.
Big high pressure over New Zealand is right now. Huge high pressure going on there right now. New Zealand, like Christchurch, Dunedin, and Invercargill right now. And it's going to bring rain in South Island, New Zealand this Wednesday coming. It's going to hit Invercargill and all those places. Auckland's going to spare the rain in Gisborne and Stratford, Hamilton, New Plymouth, and Hawke's Bay, Napier. It's going to bring rain in Wellington, New Zealand later on next week as well. Antarctica, up around Fiji, New Caledonia, and French Polynesia, they're getting a little bit of showers forecast every entering dry season too. And this time of the year it's going to be 24-hour daylight up in the Arctic, 24-hour darkness in the Antarctic.
Yeah, great World Weather Report, Frankie McDonald. Karen, is there any questions in the online watching?
So it's over and look at it. I'm going to share the video.
Well, wait, Frankie, we got questions.
Yes.
There are no questions, but I have a question.
Okay, there are no questions, but Karen has a question. Good thing.
Frankie, who do you think is going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
It's hard time. Yeah, they got to go for second round, third round first.
No, fair enough, Frankie. What did you get for your birthday, Frankie?
I get a first birthday cash and gift card from Ultimate Dining gift card. I went to a chalet for dinner last week. I had bacon cheeseburger and fries and a drink, and I had ice cream cake for Dairy Queen, things like this.
That's great. Happy birthday, Frankie.
Look
We're
at
so
the heavy
glad.
rain and hail. I'm going to share the video now.
Time for the worst weather in the world. Who has the worst weather in the whole wide world, Frankie? He's going to show us there. Just wait. You be ready for this there. Anyone else have a question for Frankie on the panel?
Yes.
No,
No
I
other-
have nothing.
We are low on questions this week, Frankie.
And
Everyone-
here.
Oh, wait.
Wait, I'm just high defense.
Oh, I got a question.
Okay, Hank Vliestra.
Okay, Frankie. Out of all the provinces, in most provinces, you can still find snow on the ground somewhere in that province.
Somewhere in
What-
Ontario, in Alberta, and things like this.
what-
Yukon, Northwest
what-
Territories, Nunavut. In northern
What
Quebec.
province? What province does not have any snow on the ground right now? You would know better than me.
Ontario, interior BC and Alberta, and none of those provinces got snow on the ground. Cape Breton Highlands still got snow. Newfoundland still got no snow yet, and some of the other
PEI.
states in the United States.
What about
I'm-
PEI and Nova Scotia? What about those?
Some interior Nova Scotia got no snow on the ground except Highlands National Park, and
Oh,
places
okay.
like Montana, Idaho, Wyoming got snow on the ground up in the state side.
Yeah, well, you know what? BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan all do have snow somewhere.
Yeah,
Especially
What
the
about
north.
what about anybody
check
else with
out my
questions?
window.
Yeah.
Check out my window. Frankie's got the worst weather in the whole wide world, and it sure isn't here right now.
I'm sharing the video now.
Here comes the worst weather in the whole wide world.
That's in India.
Okay, we're gonna go to India now, where a bunch of loud noises. It's hail. Hail. It's very loud hail, Frankie, and there's water rushing down the street through motorcycles. Motorcycles are getting hit by a lot of hail. Frankie's turned off the volume there. It's definitely a pretty loud thing to be in a hailstorm. There goes a motorbike, I think, just floating down the road. It is, yeah, it's a motorbike floating down the street. And you can see there's like dairy care, and there's a guy in a really little truck, like something Mr. Bean would drive, except the Indian version, and just water everywhere. Man, it's so like the monsoon season, eh, Frankie?
Yeah.
Yeah, the monsoon season. Here's a bunch of buses. The whole street is just flooded up there. It's like a bridge, except that it's covered in water, so it's not really a bridge, in a proper classical sense of, what a bridge is expected to do. Usually you're supposed to be over top the water. Here we see more streets. It's nighttime, and there's water. And there's probably like poisonous snakes or something in that water for all you know.
I don't see as much videos from Korea backed up anymore because their government's corrupt.
Yeah, he's probably like in weather jail or something. The Russians, you can't talk about the weather. He's probably in a gulag. When's the last time you heard anything from him?
Look at Missouri.
Okay, we're going to go to Missouri now, where big hailstones the size of baseballs and CDs and things like that were falling this week, smashing cars, smashing windows. Look at these things bouncing. They're absolutely enormous. These could seriously hurt you. There's a car's windows just getting pulverized. When you see a storm coming, and sometimes guests, you think there's a big hailstorm in there, don't drive into it. Drive away from it. Drive away from the big hail core when you see it coming. Not good. Holy cow, this window's so smashed. I mean, the people who own all the glass companies down there probably just make a killing.
No doubt.
They're like, man, it's raining money. Smash, smash, smash. Baseball size hail. Because there's like 50 cars here getting smashed. Some of them are like Ford Mustangs smashed. We got this car's smashed. Actually, yeah, he's pretty smashed there. We got a Wendy's where everyone's getting smashed. Then we got this guy's hiding underneath some cement. That's smart. But he's looking out from underneath it, and his car is getting smashed right now. There it goes. Oh, the sunroof. The sunroof. Forgot about the sunroof. Should have closed that there. No, you can't. And there's a car with its back window smashed. And now we're in a sporting goods store or something, or a Walmart, and it's got a sunroof, and there's giant hailstones just coming through the sunroof. and smashing everything there. Cars getting smashed. Here's a lawn that's also getting smashed. There's some worms getting smashed in that grass right now. Poor worms. Worms are very malleable, but getting hit by a hailstone at that speed is probably even tough on a worm. Here's a street with hailstones all over it. Smashed cars, Frankie, everywhere. What would you do if a hailstone was that big coming at you, Frankie?
Some hail damage.
Hail damage. You'd have to run away, wouldn't you?
Busted out.
Look at that. Look at that Palisade vehicle there. It's called a Palisade smashed. There's a Ford with a tonneau. It's okay. There's a bunch of cars that are okay here, though. It's like just the odd one is really smashed. Maybe they weren't smashed there. Maybe they're just parked there.
We got here after the hailstorm.
After the hailstorm, there's a hail. We've got the hailstorm.
Certain areas got a hailstorm, other areas didn't.
Oh, yeah, we got a window smashed out there. That's from
Those
the
people
hailstorm.
drove all the way from the hailstorm zone to non-disaster zone.
They don't even speak English down there, Frankie. They speak American. There's a smashed window.
All over the parking lot. Cars everywhere.
Cars everywhere there. Hailstone smashed car there. Like how is the back so smashed? What, were you driving backwards at the hailstones? Why is everyone's back window smashed? That's crazy.
Because they break easier.
I guess so. Yeah, it's true. Because I did smash a back window once, and the kid smashed my back window. As a matter of fact, in my Volkswagen. And that's why I nicknamed them my little hailstones. Look at these cars are just dented, smashed, Frankie. Completely smashed there.
That means U.S. is totally corrupt in these states because of their government.
Yeah, well, this is what happens. Then the Lord sends locusts and hailstones.
Look at the volcano in Malaysia. That's where Brian V. Why We Work lives.
That's not a volcano. That's like a house or something. What is that burning, Frankie?
It's a house. Massive fire. Factory fire.
Massive fire in Malaysia. That's too bad. Look at that. It looks like a volcano, though, doesn't it? It's torching off like one. I had a lot of fires in BC this week, Frankie. You know what's going to happen is it's going to get really hot in the next week, and there's going to be fires all over the place, everywhere.
Yes.
And already people are asking me if I want to work, and I'm like, no, my body hurts. My brain hurts. My soul hurts. Just want to make content. I'm 47. How do I get out of the service? You could be
performing in the band.
I want to be performing in bands. Look at that black smoke, man. Makes me want to fight fires seeing that. No, not that kind of fire. That's the cancer-causing fire.
Look at China.
Kind. Okay, let's go to China, everybody. Breaking news. Over in China, there's a 50,000 cars in a lake. It's a big flood, and there's just cars everywhere. Here's some cars in an underpass. They tried to hide in an underpass, but that was a bad place to hide because unlike the hailstones, the water will get you down there. So, you know, you can't, it's not a one solution for all. Sometimes you need to go up, and then sometimes you need to go down, depending on the weather. When it's a tornado, you go down. Okay, here's more 50,000 more cars in the water. And people are looking from the deck and they're saying, my cars!
Facebook is blocked in Western, social media is blocked in China.
Yeah, they're not allowed to watch the Comedy Meteorology Report there anymore. It was all them jokes about China, you said, Frankie. Now we're banned. Well, there you go. 50,000 more cars.
Look at Vietnam.
Okay, now we're going to go to... Oh, look at the big fire. What was a facility? What kind of facility?
Bicycle facility factory.
A bicycle facility. You think of bicycles as non-toxic, but look at this explosion. Like, what could be blowing up at a bicycle factory like that? Boom. It's like this huge fireball. It looks like someone dropped napalm on a bicycle factory. It is really Vietnam. Bad. Look at that. Boom. Humongous fireball in Vietnam at a bicycle factory. What are people going to do without bicycles? What are they going to do, Frankie? All their bicycles got burned up in a big fireball. Holy, look at it. It's torching. That's the most toxic bicycle factory fire I ever saw.
Time for Frankie's videos of the week.
Do you want to do it now or do you want to do it at the end of the show, Frankie?
Do it now.
Okay, it could take me a minute to get caught up. Any last questions for Frankie?
They just tell people it's a bicycle facility.
It's a bicycle factory. It's like a facility.
Yeah. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Frankie is the April goat. This is like the most unhinged Frankie compilation video I've ever put together. I really like this one. Frankie, are you
Yes.
ready? You're going to find
I'm
this
ready.
one really funny.
Unhinged. I'm there.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Okay, share sound on. Frankie is the GOAT. Ready here?
This is Frankie McDonald, my own TV station. This is Frankie McDonald, my own TV station, live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Attention citizens in California. Attention citizens in Oregon. Attention citizens in Washington. Attention citizens in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Earthquake! Warning expedition for California. Massive earthquake is going to hit Indonesia anytime soon again. It's going to bring 7.0 gravity magnitude earthquake. It's going to do a lot of damage to the buildings in Indonesia, including Jakarta, Indonesia, and in somewhere in Indonesia. Vancouver is going to get a massive earthquake anytime soon. It's going to bring 9.0 gravity magnitude earthquake possible, or even 7.0 greater magnitude earthquake. I want every single person in Vancouver to be prepared because Vancouver relies on the Cascadian subduction zone. Okay, guys, we're going to do a guy tries to eat 90 hot dogs at once. Okay, guys, let's do some dancing. Let's show me my moves. The AI is getting worse all over the world. North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, and even Antarctica, and Australia, New Zealand. And AI is getting way worse, and people are getting even more angry on social media all the time, all across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, and even Antarctica. When the earthquake happens, if you're indoors, don't go inside the buildings. If you're outdoors, don't go inside the buildings. Sounds like gorillas are after me now. Oh my God, there's a bunch of gorillas after me now. People are getting even more angry on social media, non-stop. People are getting even more rude on social media, non-stop all over the world. And so many people around the world are saying Frank Dell's AI, but it's not true. And Frank Dell videos is AI, but it's not true. I want you to eat 90 hot dogs at once. Eat them all right now. Eat those hot dogs right now. Because the earthquake's going to happen in Vancouver, British Columbia, anytime soon. It's going to happen in Vancouver, British Columbia, and the surrounding areas as well. More gorillas after me now. I make my own videos. There's me wiggling my fingers. There's me wiggling my fingers. Eat 10 more hot dogs. They're making bot accounts in Eastern Europe and any other continents around the world. They're making so many bot accounts on social media these days. The cardboard cuddle Frank Dell is still around. Like an AI bot accounts in North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania. People getting a picture taken with their friends. There's so much gorillas after me now. And they make them delete their pictures with their friends because of so many angry people, mean people, rude people, angry people on social media. And these days, all across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, and some of the people are leaving social media because of that, because it's getting way worse all the time, non-stop. It's going to get even worse every time. It's going to get way worse on social media all across the entire world. They're making robots in different countries around the world. They're manufacturing robots and AI robots and Android and think it's people, but it's not. And Android is a people, but it's not. All over the world, not just Canada and the United States, it's all over the world, even Antarctica, international space stations, and other planets as well. The earthquake will be really powerful in California. It may destroy all kinds of houses. It may destroy all kinds of transformers. It may destroy telephone poles. It may destroy all kinds of telephone poles in California. The sewers will break. And so many AI videos are kicked up to high gear. And so many bot accounts, and people are getting even more rude on social media. Clowns, trolls, haters, and AI bots increasing non-stop. It's going to continue on to the next tens of years, decades, and centuries, and millenniums, and tens of thousands of years, and hundreds of thousands of years, and millions of years, and tens of millions of years, and hundreds of millions of years, and billions of years. It's getting way worse all the time, all over the world, including third world countries. Eastern Europe, Western Europe, Africa, Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, and Antarctica, North America, South America, Caribbean, because AI is kicking up in the high gear non-stop. There'll be so many AI videos that are going to get way worse all the time. Not just Canada and the United States, but around the world. In Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, even Antarctica, and Australia, New Zealand, South Pacific, tropical islands, and AI videos are kicking up the high gear. Get up! Golden Gate Bridge making damage, and they affect Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana, and Idaho. The earthquake will be really powerful in California. It may destroy everything. I told you to don't go fall down. Eat 5 more hot dogs and don't go fall down. For people who live in California, get a grip. These grills can't stop chasing me. The AI is kicking up the high gear on every single social media around the world. Be prepared. I ignore all clowns, trolls, and haters and AI bots and bot accounts. And think it's a person, but it's bot accounts all over the world. North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania. It's getting way worse all the time. Clowns and trolls and haters are getting way worse all the time. I can see a cardboard cuddle of myself. It's still around at Sydney Boardwalk in these days. Because the earthquake's happening in Indonesia. It's going to Jakarta, Indonesia, and its surrounding areas. The earthquake will be so powerful that Vancouver will cause tsunami. The gorillas finally got away.
Gorillas finally got away, Frankie. Did you like that one?
Yes, time for Brandon Houck Report.
Yes, time for Brandon Houck Report.
Gee, you were so intense this week. Awesome.
I loved it. Yeah, those are such good sketches this week. It was so
Time
good.
for Brandon Houck Report.
It is time for Brandon Houck Report, but you know what happens is I can't switch videos fast because of different folders, so that I'm never prepared to switch from one to the next. But I'm getting faster over time.
The Brandon Houck Report.
Oh, hi. This is the Brandon Houck Report.
Brought to you by
Smoking Good Barbecue.
the Brandon Houck Report. Haven't seen you for a few weeks, bud. Well, we saw you, but we didn't get to talk to you.
Yeah, busy with playoffs, playoff hockey. And we're going for another round starting next week, too. So you might not see me again next week either. Maybe.
Oh.
Though I'll do like video, So that seemed to work pretty well last week too. But I'm going to do some switching up here because with the switcherooing of the show here, we need Mark on these jokes of the week as we roll through them. So I'm going to start off with the jokes of the week. Yes. So when Mark is here, we'll start off with the jokes of the week. And then if he feels like sticking around afterwards, then he can do so. But and then we'll move on to the weather, and then then I'll go into some wild stories of the week because there's definitely some good stories this week too. I gotta share too. But first, we'll start off with the jokes of the week, and away we go. So we'll start off on the 26th of April. 26th of April. Did you hear about the king that went to the dentist?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No. All right. So he needed to get crowns, right? There we go.
Oh yeah.
So that's how we're gonna start off this week here. All right.
You know what I thought of that joke?
What?
Boom! Snowball.
Oh, wait till you hear the other one. There's one that Mark probably would have really enjoyed in this week. Too bad he's not here for this one. But anyways,
that was a 0-pointer. That one.
0-pointer. All right. Here's the 27th. Here we go. What do you call frightened cornbread?
I don't know.
Scarecrow bread.
No.
Close.
No.
It's screamed corn. There we go. Screamed.
That's not even close.
Brandon.
That doesn't count as a joke.
Brandon.
That's -1 point for Brandon.
Exactly.
All right, -1 point for me.
-2, baby.
All right, here we go. Mark would have enjoyed this one. All right, here we go. What do you get if you divide the circumference of a bowl of ice cream by its diameter?
You get diarrhea. Pyorrhea.
No. You get pile mode.
Pile mode. Yeah. See, I was in the right place.
Yeah,
I said
yes.
pyorrhea.
Oh, Brandon.
Do I get a half point for pyorrhea?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Where points don't matter. Yes, but you'll get half a point. All right. All right. Everybody, somebody should get this one.
Okay.
Get a point on this one. Here we go. Why do bananas wear sunscreen?
Well, they don't want to, get burned. They don't want to turn all brown, right?
Somebody should get this one.
Because they'll peel.
There we go.
Oh, 1
They'll
point for
peel.
Mike. Mike's got a full point. Mike's got a full point there.
Mike, way to go.
He takes the lead
There we go.
commanding half-point lead.
So here we go. We're going to space now. Here we are. Why did the piece of candy go to outer space?
To see a moon pie.
Not quite. No.
Oh.
Time is ticking.
Say it again.
No,
Want it
you
to be a
can't.
star.
To find the Milky Way. Oh, yes.
Hank was closest.
Oh, yeah.
Milky Way is a bar, chocolate
Should it
bar.
be? It should have been like what? The chocolate go to space. Poor joke writing, joke calendar.
All right, here we go. Beginning of May. So, why don't some fish play piano?
They don't have any hands. They evolved to have no hands.
This is good.
Pretty sure that's wrong.
That's wrong. All right.
Because they can only swim.
They can only swim.
This is good. All right.
Okay, let us have it. When time's ticking.
Go on.
Because you can't tuna fish.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Brandon.
Kicking off May. On the right foot there. All right. All right. This one doesn't have any points, but it's a good one, no doubt. Here we go. So I've decided I wanted a pet termite. I'm going to call him Clint. Clint Eatwood. There we go.
Wah, 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 wah.
That was bad.
Oh, yes. It's bad jokes of the week. We'll probably have better jokes next week. Probably.
I
maybe.
don't think you will.
I think so. I think there'll be way better jokes next week. The weather, the month of April, has definitely been a joke here in Alberta. Snow one week, warm the next week. Oh yeah, last Thursday we were bracing for 10 centimeters of snow on Friday. We got those 10 centimeters of snow, and there's just this much snow, that much snow on the ground. That's in a few pockets. Most of it's gone. The grass is green. Temperatures back to the 20s today. It was absolutely spectacular. And we're going to hang in around 24 tomorrow in Brooks. It's on Friday, the 1st of May. And we'll see temperatures cool off a little bit on Saturday. Maybe some showers, maybe the odd thunder shower in the foothills. But otherwise, mostly fair weather. We're going to kind of hang in the teens throughout next week. No sign of any more snow. So that's, I guess, good news for us, for that matter. It's definitely been a fairly damp month of April with the snow every week. Every week get a snowstorm. So it's been a lot of fun, no doubt about that. And and then as we go into next week, we're going to see mostly fair conditions. They've had quite a few tornadoes stateside, so tornado season's really ramped up there. And out east, they're dealing with a lot of rain in portions of Quebec. And yeah, that's mostly pretty quiet otherwise across most of the nation to end off the month of April. There we go. Month of April. So a couple of interesting stories that I found this week. But before I get to that, I'll tell you what I've been up to. I guess might as well do that because we've got a busy schedule ahead of us. The Brooks Bandits moving on to the next round, and I see the Prince George Spruce Kings also moving on to the next round as well.
You betcha.
So, if the Prince George Spruce Kings can win this next round, and the Brooks Bandits win their next round against the Cranbrook Bucks, it's going to be a face-off of the Bandits and the Spruce Kings.
Oh, and I will be there.
You will be there. So
I will be there.
So
it's time for
that is
Brooks
what I'm
Bandits,
hoping for.
You know, total domination of hockey everywhere to end.
That's right.
Prince George is a great place to try.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. No. Prince George Spruce Kings, we got this. We beat the Brooks Bandits. We will annihilate.
We haven't played you once in this whole BCHL thing, so
yeah. Well,
I hope it happens.
Game on. I hope it happens too.
But first, we got to beat the Cranbrook Bucks. That's gonna be easy. We'll do.
Yeah, it'll be probably pretty easy.
Cranbrook Bucks.
Yeah, Cranbrook.
But
Bucks.
anyways, it's been a while. I think last week, every game went to overtime. Last week, so it was the Tuesday night, the Wednesday night went to overtime, and then again the Friday night went to double overtime.
Not a good sign.
That's why I wasn't on the show.
Not a good sign. They're gonna wear out, kids.
That's right. But
you
this
got
week,
pizza.
Oh yeah, some fan dropped off a pizza for you. That was kind of nice. Yeah, so that was awesome. And then I'm gonna get more free food coming up. It's the whole week's of free food here. So yesterday we got did the interview for the McHappy Days that's coming up next week all across Canada, McHappy Days. And so we got some new drinks that they're going to be releasing next Tuesday. So that's out of McDonald's there. And then after that, I scurried over to Tim Hortons and decorated smile cookies yesterday. And they were terrible. No, they're not terrible. They look great. The smile cookies looked fantastic yesterday. There was a couple of glasses and a unibrow. I had a unibrow and one smile cookie. So yes. So if anybody got that smile cookie in a bag,
they're supposed to be smile cookies, but they look more like they're groaning because Brandon told them bad dad jokes.
Yes, that's right. They were groaning because I told them very bad dad jokes as I decorated them with pink and blue icing yesterday. So that's what I did yesterday. There you go.
Some great community service.
Yes. And then next week it is going to be, as I say, we start this new series of the hockey games. And then next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the remote at McDonald's for McHappy Days. So I'll be there all day. And then a hockey game on Wednesday night. So that's going to be, and then my elementary school is actually doing a 50th anniversary next week too. So there's going to be a whole slew of events there that I'm going to try to get to as well. And then, yep,
elementary?
Brooks. Yeah, elementary's 50th anniversary, 50 years.
Sweet. A lot that your elementary is doing 50 years. That's awesome. Makes you feel old, but it's good.
Yes. One guy, he was the principal there from when it opened right till about 2016. So that is, dedication. No doubt about that.
All I did on my birthday was sit around depressed.
Oh.
50th years.
We were supposed to laugh at that.
Oh, yes. I guess so. So, yeah, they're doing that this next week, too. And then, then the hockey games. And then, Thursday. So that's, late next week. What else am I doing next week? Oh, yes. The Pump It Up Run is going on again. So I'll be hosting that. So I'll be down in Dinosaur Provincial Park telling everybody to run. No, but I will be calling everybody's names out as they cross the finish line. And I will be messing everybody's names up, as per usual, is what I do. That's what I do best. Mess up all the names as they cross over the finish line as I read them over. But the thing is, the majority of them have headphones on, so they can't hear me anyways. so
Kids these days.
I know. So yeah, that's what I'm up to next week. So if I don't show up on the show next week, that will be why. We're playoff
I
mode
never,
Well, yeah, get
I
all
never
that.
give excuses because I don't have good ones.
here.
Get all that social stuff and work stuff out of the way because storm season's coming like eventually. I don't know when.
Eventually, yeah, we'll get to storm season here, and then it's going to be go, go, go as well. So a couple of interesting random stories that I found throughout the week before I go. So Florida man drove a lawnmower tractor into a Target store. That's one thing. Oh yeah, he got busted for that. Actually, a couple of kids did that too. And then they did the seagull calling competition again. If you recalled from last year, this one kid
How
won
many
it.
people? How many people drove these things into the store?
I'd say
At
a couple
least
kids,
two.
teenagers,
Oh, okay.
three or five teenagers got a lawnmower into the store there. And
Young
then there's
Florida man.
young Florida man. Yes, that's right, young Florida man. Then the seagull calling competition in Belgium. 70 people. They dressed up as seagulls, and they looked really good. And then they sounded like seagulls, and they did that for fun over in Belgium. And a man in China, he I don't know how he did this. He ate his chopstick 8 years ago or something, and had it
Oh
stuck in
yeah.
his throat for about 8 years. Didn't worry about it, but then all of a sudden he had a sore throat for many years, so decided to deal with that. And yeah, he had a metal chopstick in his throat for 8 years.
Who uses
So
metal chopsticks?
they do over there. I know. I've used metal chopsticks. I don't know if I tried eating them, but
Lee, I had a piece of steak stuck in my throat for 2 hours, and I went to the hospital.
oh yes, that is insane. And then
Let's hear your
finally,
your best seagull, Brandon.
oh yes, my best seagull. Okay, we gotta sit back because it will go through as in I'm too close to the microphone, and then you can't hear me. So I'll sit back here. I'll flap my wings. I kind of look like a seagull too. Yes, I do look like. I'm wearing all white. I look like the perfect seagull. All right, here we go. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's the seagull of the day.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Pretty good seagull. I could win that contest though. I
couldn't.
Oh.
I couldn't do any better.
And then I think.
Can you try at least, Hank?
Yeah.
Come on, try, Hank.
No, I don't
No?
need to. It's been done.
He's
Thank
like
you, Dad.
He's like in
Done like
public.
dinner. People are watching him out there. You just want to embarrass them.
They're looking
Nobody's
at the
watching me.
windows in downtown Wilkie, Saskatchewan. There's Hank outside. He's like making seagull sounds. Making...
And I do have one more story here. I know Mike probably knows about this, where a woman in Winnipeg fell in a sinkhole and got stuck there for a few hours.
No, I did not hear
A
about
few
that one.
hours?
Oh yeah,
few hours in a sinkhole.
yeah.
That's
rescued.
Were they
Sounds
in a
fun.
vehicle?
No, she was walking on the street, and this ground just sunk below her, so she got about up to her chest at least in the ground and couldn't get out of there. Just
What the
hanging
heck?
there for
Is she
hours.
like
That
Is she a
can
large
be.
woman? Like, not trying to be judgmental, but
There,
how come she just didn't go
like you
straight
could
through?
get pinned. That's nasty.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
think
sometimes
It's the first
sinkholes
time
are
I hear
like
about that
bottomless
story, but it
pits.
sounds like that would have been a scary experience for a lady or the
yeah.
person who ever got stuck.
We're gonna put you on the case here, Mike. We want you to go around Winnipeg looking for a sinkhole.
There was
Please.
a case in Florida where the person was never found. I think they were in a house that went into a sinkhole, and the
There
person
was-
was never found.
The whole house just went asunder. So that could be
I'll
you.
share this in the chat here, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, one more story.
All right, that's all the stories for now, but yes, I'll
Oh,
share
that's all
that
the
in
stories.
chat.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Brandon doesn't want to say what the nature of the person, like in this case, it might have
She's
saved her.
fine.
You know,
She's
because if
safe,
you're real
yeah.
skinny in that case, you might just go straight through.
She's smiling the whole time, actually, too. It's kind of.
She's nuts. Totally crazy. Totally crazy. Okay, well, Mike, seeing as are there any sinkholes in Winnipeg you found lately?
I haven't seen any, but there's lots of potholes here.
Lots of potholes. That's great. Yeah. Well, now that pot's legal, there's
Okay,
holes
she was
all
stuck
over.
for 40 minutes. Okay. All right.
40 minutes. That's not bad. I guess I'd be
I'll share it
smiling
in there.
too. About the 4 hour marks, about when the
That
smile's
is
leave.
bad.
Is it
I
my
got
cue for
Well,
this
say something.
segment?
If you want to say something, you should say something.
Okay, well, it's been kind of interesting end of the month to April in Manitoba. I mean, some snowstorms for 2 weeks. Then last week, northern Manitoba got slammed by an ice and snow so bad that hydro crews couldn't reach some areas in the north due to poor road conditions. And then here in the south, we had thunderstorms on the day Wednesday and Thursday last week. I got woken up at about, I was trying to fall asleep at about 11 o'clock, and we had thunder and lightning, like typical, like what it felt like we were in the middle of the summer months. We had a couple close bolts to our house. And then after that, we've had nothing but dull and cloudy, cold weather last few days with highs in the upper single digits. The warmest day we had on Sunday at about 11 degrees. I talked to Justin, and it seems this trend is going to continue thanks to stubborn blocking over the northwest flow. Brief warm up is likely come May 5th with highs in the upper teens. Before another cool down comes with highs in the single digits again. So it seems like spring is kind of evading our province. We don't have any frost, but it's cold enough that I have to wear my winter jacket some of these days. But Manitoba weather is kind of boring right now. Give it another month, and we'll talk about thunderstorms and severe weather outbreaks.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Hank, what's going on in the street at Wilkie right now? Oh, he's not there. He's gone dark.
I'm here. Hang on.
He's there. We just can't see him. Any questions in their comments from the live stream there, Karen?
No, I've got nothing.
Oh yeah, dead. My channel's dead.
Quiet. It's quiet tonight.
No, it's been quiet for years. My channel has been.
Everyone's like just happy to get out in the sunshine tonight
Oh, I know.
and plant our flowers and do our stuff.
It's bad enough when you're a failing YouTuber, but then you got to do it on a night when it's like nice.
Joe,
out.
you're not a failing YouTuber. You're really awesome
you'll see.
at what you do.
Just wait. Just wait. You'll see. Okay, Hank, what do you got in Wilkie? A sunset's going on in Wilkie.
Yep. We got a sunset. We got a little bit of snow left over still, but there used to be a lot more than this yesterday, and it's really weird because it feels like that it was basically winter yesterday and basically summer today. Like that's just kind of how it feels out here because we all of a sudden have green grass in so many places, like quite green in a number of places. And that's weird. And then Joey's talking about fires and the show lead up. And I haven't been talking about fires in so many months. So that was weird. It's like feeling unreal today, like Twilight Zone kind of thing.
Well, even too, when you go, if you go a couple 100 kilometers to your northeast, you'd run into temperatures that feel, of course, as you're aware, that cold weather is moving away from you, but it's still cold in Saskatchewan, just not where you are anymore.
Oh, we had 18 today, but the thing is, last weekend was like winter, and there was snow everywhere. And, one night it was down to like minus 15. So it's been quite a change. The 18 feels really good, I'll tell you that. Right now, it's probably more like 12 or something like that. But super nice evening for a walk,
Got
We've
up to
had
16 here today. Got up to 16. Meanwhile, not that far from you, Fort McMurray last weekend, there was people stranded for like 3 days.
Yeah, we've had it in April in Saskatchewan. People are calling this last one like the 10th winter of April, basically. Like it snows and it melts and it snows and it melts and it snows. And then the last snow was the biggest one. The last
Even in
snow,
Manitoba too, we got hit with that same snowstorm that you guys had, and we got like a good dump out of that.
yeah, we had 20 centimeters there. It was a 2-day total Thursday and Friday last week. And it was heavily drifting snow. It was very windy. So, and it was wet, heavy stuff. So much moisture in it. So it was good. We need the moisture here, definitely. We had a lot of ponds that are often full of water that were dry last fall, and now they're full of water again. So it's a good thing. They're just, ready to say goodbye to the white kind of precipitation now, for sure. It's been such a wintry April that the prairie crocuses, I saw record low prairie crocuses in the month of April, which is now over as of midnight. I only saw 4. Grand total of 4 prairie crocuses. I normally would have seen hundreds of them by now. And they just are blooming 2 weeks later than usual. So
Just
it's
Nortel
been,
had those photos of like, I don't know how many, there's like just thousands of crocuses.
yeah,
down
they're
in
going to
Brandon,
come. It's
Manitoba.
just they're late. Yeah. Anyway, so
Exploding
then
out there.
I didn't quite expect how cold it was going to be this April. Is that a La Nina thing, Michael? I don't know.
Yeah, it's remaining effects of La Nina. That's
El Nino,
probably not going to fade away for another at least month when El Nino kicks in.
these are one of our experts on El Nino versus La Nina. I don't really know much about them, but yeah.
Yeah, La Nina usually brings cooler, snowier weather, and then El Nino usually brings the warmth and the droughts during the winter months. I'm still researching the two, but I notice a trend every year when we have La Ninas that winter takes forever to leave and spring takes forever to come.
Now they're saying it could be one of the strongest ones ever this summer, maybe.
Yeah, like 1877, going back to that.
Well, people are asking me, what does this mean for fire season? I'm like, honestly, when you look back at the last 10 years of Ninos and Ninas, there isn't a clear trend in BC as to what to expect. I think that, you get a better idea in the prairies. What we've had in past years is we had years where it rained incredibly. Then we had a La Nina year where we had a heat dome and everything exploded. So we had this window of fire that was really intense in 2021. And we thought
can't
2019 was going to be the king of heat in BC, and it didn't materialize. Like thunderstorms happened like crazy, more lightning strikes than average 2019 and 2020, but we had so much rainfall, they were all high precipitation storms. So like it's BC's really, it's so coastal influenced, and we can end up with that California heat so easy. It's so hard to look out and know until you're kind of into January and have some sort of long range look out from January. When does this end and how? And it's like I'm not sure what to expect yet. Although, I mean, all signs point to burning. I mean, we got the heat coming on, and I don't see any rain in sight for the next 2 weeks, really. A little bit of lightning on the southern BC this weekend. Could be a few flashers.
I'm no expert in the area of El Ninos and the effects on forest fires in BC, but I do know that previous years like 2009 with the El Nino and with the year of 2018, there was a lot of droughts over some parts of BC that led to forest fires. But then you have years like 2019's very weak El Nino, you can, get those rainy precipitation mess storms. So you never know what to expect when it comes to these kind of things over the prairies, and the summer months when they come around the corner. So
Hank, say something so we can all see your sky.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Hank.
To me, I kind of have a hunch that both El Nino and La Nina are a little bit. They get more attention than they should when it comes to outlook weather. I think it's a smaller piece of the pie than what a lot of people think it is, but that's my own opinion. But it is worth looking at. Yes, there's a lot more to it than that.
In Wilkie, Saskatchewan. Frankie, it's time to say goodbye to this for another week.
If you want to follow me on social media, my blue skies have Frankie MacD. My link tree is Frankie MacDonald, and my red is FrankDo94. And my threads is at Frankie MacD94. And my X former Twitter is at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD94. My TikTok is FrankDo94. My Clapper is FrankDo94. My Twitch is FrankDo94. My Snapchat is FrankABCD1. My YouTube channel is Dogs Wolves, and my LinkedIn is Frank Down. Best luck, yeah. I'm Frank Down. You notice the Comedeorology Report every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
That's another week gone by, Frankie. Another whole week.
Yes, and then they got the outro video coming up.
Oh, I never even planned for one this week. What am I going to choose? An outro video. Anyone got any last words while I pick an outro video? Any last words from the panel?
No, just have a good week, everyone.
Ha, that's a good one. Yes, have a good week there. All right, well, here's my brand new song, Frankie.
Yes.
It's called, do you want to hear Anarchist Mountain or BC Forest Firefighter?
Forest Fires.
Okay, well, they're both Forest Fire songs.
Yeah.
But we'll go with the BC Forest Fire song that I wrote there. This is True Stories from Joey Only himself. That's me for another week, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Yeah, this is the life of me. Down in the canyon with the Mark III pump. The Korean nukes is smoldering, candle and stump. 13th day out on the line. Facing danger all the time. Smell like smoke, got dirty faces. Black lining out about 100 paces. On a line, the pump is prime. We are initial attack. We never slack when we're pushing back. Chasing into the black. Yeah, this is the life of me. I'm a BC Forest firefighter. Don't care if I'm hot, don't care about water, don't care about deathly flames and fire. You got it hotter than you know we got it. Don't care about working 12-hour days. The longer they are, the more it pays. Never worked so hard, never felt so free. Yeah, this is a life of me. We got a tailgate meeting at the start of the day. We listen to the plans that the red shirts say. Weather reports, crossovers coming. Dry London winds will be blowing. Danger trees will now be falling. So command will soon be calling. Get them crews out of the woods. The weather ain't looking good. No one's getting hurt or worse. We stay and fight when we could. Never worked so hard. Never felt so free. Yeah, this is a life for me. I'm a BC Forest firefighter. Don't care if I'm hot, don't care about water, don't care about deathly flames and fire. You got it hotter than you know we got it. Don't care about working 12-hour days. The longer they are, the more it pays. Never worked so hard, never felt so free. Yeah, this is a life for me. Late afternoon and it's blowing up. The bladder's filling up from the watering truck. That's when the crew boss said to me, you don't need to Joe dive to his history. Go back before we're caught inside. The fire's now blown up 10 miles wide. Before the flames come our way, we gotta live another day. No one's gonna feel no shame. We gotta keep each other safe. I got my tongue twisted there for a minute. Yeah, this is a life for me. I'm a BC Forest firefighter. Don't care if I'm hot, don't care about water, don't care about deathly flames and fire. You got it hotter than you know we got it. Don't care about working 12-hour days. The longer they are, the more it pays. Never worked so hard, never felt so free.
shovel and spade. I'm sweating, cursing when the sunlight fades. Back at camp at the end of the day, eat all the food that the mess cook made. Hotel, bunkhouse, or my tent, it never cost me any rent. Dirty, sore, swollen and more, but I am so glad that I went. Never worked so hard, never felt so free. Yeah, this is a lot for me. I'm a BC forest firefighter. Don't care if I'm hot, don't care about water, don't care about deathly flames and fire. You got it hotter than you know we got it. Don't care about working 12-hour days. The longer they are, the more it pays. Never worked so hard, never felt so free. Yeah, this is a lot for me. Yeah, this is a lot for me. This is a lot for me.
All right, recording stopped. The radio stations will have killed it by then. Anyways, so that's okay. Oh yeah, I am sitting low again. Well, I don't think there's anything else I want to say. We've looked at almost everything. Really, we'll have one little revisit though. Oh, as I set it up. Just
That was awesome. I love that.
There we go. I am just about ready here. One last little look at weekend weather in the week ahead. Here we are, back to trusty windy for a change. As Frankie's been saying, cold in the eastern half of the country there. Quite chilly, even at 4 in the afternoon. Well, it's not 4 in the afternoon at that point. It's like 7. But, BC, nice and warm in the afternoon there on Saturday. Alberta, nice and warm. Even you, Hank, getting up to 15. Sunday looking nice there, looking real nice. You can see down Washington State. Boom, just warm. 30s already. Oregon, 30. Part near, at least. There's a stretch of Idaho hitting 27 there outside the mountains. Way down there, New Mexico, 32 burning up there. Southern California, 33. Take a jump over to Monday afternoon. Again, very warm. Texas getting warm at that point, low there. Boom, still pretty warm. In Washington State, look at Vancouver Island. Warm, 30, 30, 30. 25 inland, 24 north of Kamloops there. Have a look over at we're in 3D mode. Let's switch to 2D mode, get better look at temperatures there. 27, 26s. Boom, warm right up the coast there, 29. Not quite as nice in Alberta. Manitoba, chilly. 0 degrees in much of Manitoba there in the middle of the afternoon there. Winnipeg, only 5 degrees Monday afternoon. Tuesday, look at this, getting warmer in the BC interior yet again. Getting even warmer Tuesday into Wednesday. Going to be our warmest days here, it's looking like to me. Kelowna up to 28 degrees there. Very, very warm. Very warm. Osoyoos 27, Trail 22. Very warm in that afternoon, but not as warm as Wednesday. And here's my concern I'm going to show you about there. Wednesday, boom, warm on the Alberta side there too. 26s, 25s, 26s, pretty warm even up into the Peace. Here's my concern is we have, oops, that's not what I meant to hit. Look at the wind gusts. Look at the wind gusts we have coming at us on Wednesday. So we got a change in the weather that's going to manifest. It's going to cool off a little bit after Wednesday. The heat's going to build. Then we got a bit of a dry cold front that's going to come through. There's not much precipitation associated with, not any, actually, as a matter of fact. Boom, see, none, right? But the wind gusts, strong wind gusts. Now, this is wind gusts that we're looking at, so just so you don't think it's worse than you might think. You know, if we look at the wind map, it'll be a little less sexy. 24 steady, though, is still pretty solid winds. And so you're going to have hot weather. You're going to have dry conditions. We're going to have fire conditions coming out into BC, and then you're going to have sort of a wind event at the tail end of it. Now, this model seems to show most of that wind being northern BC with just pockets of stronger winds in southern BC. But if this is going on, if we get this, if we're really sitting on Wednesday afternoon at temperatures like 27 degrees in Williams Lake with some wind gusts coming through there, if that's what we're talking about warm temperatures, talking about hot, right? 22 degrees in that specific place that we're looking at. That's about where the fire that's going on right now by Tingley Creek we were talking about earlier, Bobbin fire, Webster Creek fire, 14% humidex values, well, into the 20s up in that's higher country there, so it's a little cooler than it is down at Williams Lake. Still, that's crossover fire weather, and then you're going to add wind gusts into that too. Boom. We're going to have some, if there any fires are out there, I'm sure the Wildfire Service is going to try to nip in the butt everything that lights up between now and Monday when temperatures start to really climb. We got nice warm days ahead. I think fire conditions will be a thing. Look at our fire danger today, mostly moderate in this, the small stretch in the central interior, and then pretty much green in the mountains. A little bit of fire danger starting to increase in Alberta. We go ahead on to Saturday, watch that increase. Look at that. Pockets of very high, pockets of high and very high in southern BC already now. Pockets of extreme in Washington State by Tuesday. Now we're into Wednesday. We're at the height of it. You can see lots of the high fire danger. We're going to be into a high fire danger trend for a little bit there. And then here's the problem. I think we stay. I think we stay pretty warm, and we don't have much precipitation coming. There's some hints later on in the month I keep seeing, mid-month. But, we're talking quite a long stretch before we get to this. Saturday, now we've already established that we're going to have warmer weather. So it's Saturday afternoon. Kelowna's 24 degrees. For example, humidex values are low. We're in near crossover weather. Go ahead an hour. See if that changes the humidex values at all. 4 o'clock in the afternoon is generally the driest time of day. So that is crossover weather possible in there, but also going on Saturday. A few lightning strikes. So we have, we're going to have receptive fire conditions, and we're going to have a few lightning strikes. Nothing major going on. This isn't like a big lightning outbreak or anything, but these are pretty dry-looking storms. There's not a lot of rain or anything. It's just some convection popping off, kicking some bolts out, and then when you have a couple days of that cooking up there, hiding out, then suddenly it gets hotter as you come into the week, 27 degrees. You might see some fires from the weekend stand up on mountaintops. If you notice that there's some thunderstorms happening in the mountains near you this weekend, keep your eye on those same places where the lightning was, I would say, coming into next week. And drought conditions isn't good. Our drought conditions aren't good. Look at, boom, we're not good. We're exceptional already, I think, into parts of the interior. Vancouver Island drying out. No measurable rain coming. It's only going to increase. The drought intensity is going to, so the drought code is going to increase. The fine fuel moisture code is going to increase. Our BUIs are going to increase. Everything's going to increase, right? We're coming into a period of fire weather, and we're going to have a lot to talk about as we get into next week. There's going to be stories to warn everybody ahead of time. Sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings, but you've been warned. I've told you. I've given you the lookout ahead of time and told you, hey, this is probably what you're going to be experiencing next week sometime. In BC, fire stories are going to be part of the thing.
Please, I'm going to leave, Joey.
Okay, Mike, you have yourself a good week, buddy.
You too.
Will do. Just you and me now, Hank, and 17 people, it looks like. I've not been watching the comments, unfortunately. I just find it's too hard for me to run a show and look at the comments. So I hope that doesn't hurt us too much. So, one of the things I think we're going to have to keep on top of is, this moniker here. We're testing things. I don't know if this is accurate. 42 and 2. The hectares burned sounds kind of good. That's basically where our 66 hectare fire is. There's Tingley Creek Forest Service Road, not just 7 kilometers from the Bob Inn property. Here's the Bob Inn property. Spent a lot of time there. I did a lot of fencing there. Yeah, I put a lot of fence up, checked all the property. There's fence line that goes back into the forest and whatnot. Went through the whole, because all these free ranging cows would just break into the property and eat his flowers and poop on the grass. So Bob, I wasn't fencing to keep the cattle in. I was fencing to keep them out. Free range cattle. A lot of good memories there. It's quite a ways away. It's not always a good direction to have the fire on you, the west side. Not always, although I think probably see a little bit northward progression in terms of which direction wind's going to be blowing. And from what I've seen in the images, the fire activity didn't look that crazy there today. So like I'm not too concerned. I think they'll attack those ones pretty hard. You know, in the meantime. It must be the airport there, like that. Got the aircraft just like parked. So pretty neat. Wildfireready.ca. So it's the new app that Jeff Parr's developed. And we've been giving consultation on. And we're going to have Jeff on the show next week. And he's going to describe his fantastic app he's got. You know, I feel like this, along with instant weather, I just have really good monitoring tools now for what's going on. Like the two really pair up together perfectly.
Yeah.
You know, and to have two guys getting involved in our show that like Jeff's going to be hanging around. I think he's already going to be one of us, but already have like that much talent just in like web development and skills. I mean, look at his map. His map's fantastic, man. I love the 3D globe. I'm a huge fan of that. Like it just makes zooming around and checking things much easier. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I find it a lot more usable. That globe shape.
Yeah.
You know, I end up using it on Windy sometimes, but it's not, it gives you lower resolution in Windy when you use it. I like how it's got all the different fire zones laid out. It's really great. So we're looking for people to test it. It's going to be released to the public soon. And Jeff would like it if you went to wildfire-ready.ca up here in the corner and registered yourself to be one of the testing people before it goes public. And it's going to be completely free. That's his plan. Completely free.
Yeah, I wonder how he, through advertising, I imagine. Advertising money or something.
No, he doesn't want to have any advertising on it.
Like, he's spending so many hours on this, he's got to be making money somehow.
Right? It doesn't seem like there's any avenue to do that with his system he's got, his model here. So, you know, I think grants and funding and things like that are kind of more the way he's been trying to pursue it. I'm not going to speak for him. We can ask him next week about it. But
yeah, we should. Like, I just can't even imagine. I just know he's poured hundreds of hours into this.
He has. What's crazy, though, is how good he is at it. Right? So, like, when I've given suggestions to him, you know, I've given lots. Like, we've been in constant communication. I'll give you an example. Like, this whole section here was like another whole panel down here. And it was a panel that in case something's going on in your neighborhood, like, hey, there's an emergency in your zone, like 5 kilometers down the road, it would show up in this panel here. But what it did was it made scrolling through the options difficult because you had just less space, right? So you only had space for like 6 things or 7 things. So it made it more tedious. So I just, you know, I said, hey, well, what about this, Jeff? What if you like took that away so it only pops up? You know, if something is going on in your neighborhood, something would pop up, and that would be the place it pops up. But, you know, then it has all this room so that you can have all these toggle switches and be able to, you know, use them more easily. And he's like, okay, that's a great idea. And like 20 minutes later, he's like, okay, refresh it and check it now. And it was like,
oh, wow.
He's quick, good. So like, I don't know how many hours, maybe it would take us thousands of hours. He's like so fast. Every time I've given suggestions like that, yeah, he's like, check it now. It's just like, man, are you like a code genius? Just like, brrr, there you go. And yeah, quite possibly. The evidence is there. It's code genius.
Yeah.
Terrain maps. There's a lot of usability here, a lot of features. You know, and I think the phone version is being even
Like when I bring up ideas at work, they just shut you down so fast. That won't work, right? But you give him an idea, and he's like, he implements it minutes later. That's so
Minutes.
refreshing, right?
Yeah, like I've asked for radar and satellite, like the radar overlay. That was one where, again, I was like, well, it'd be cool if we could have like, get the Environment Canada feed their RSS feed on their radar data. And he's like, again, half an hour later, he's like, okay, check it now. And there's like radar data. I'm like, dude, like, really? You're doing like really complicated things, like as if it's nothing. So, yes, if you are testing it, let us know. Let me know. Let Jeff know. And he'll think about adding or subtracting, and he's like asking like how many toggles are too much, and I'm like, you can't have enough. Everything we can think of. So we're like coming up with new ideas. Like I've never seen, for example, like my idea for crossover weather. I've never seen that anywhere. So whenever I'm like predicting crossover weather, like there's two ways to do it. First of all, like one would be monitoring like current conditions, but then one would be predictive, right? So for all those of you who don't know out there, crossover weather is when the humidex values drop below the temperature values. So generally we call that extreme conditions are at 30 degrees Celsius and the humidex value drops below. But it can happen at 18. I've seen fires take off when it's 18 degrees and the humidex is at 14%. So like one of our big indicators of fire weather is just like how much crossover weather is going to be. So like my idea was, because you have all these monitoring stations out here, what if when a monitoring station sees crossover, the zone like lights up? Like there's crossover conditions in this zone.
Yeah.
So like that's something he's gonna work on. I mean that's like developing something kind of, and then there's predictive though. So like we're talking about using the GDPS or RDPS or whatever, the Canadian modeling, and getting their temperature and humidex values and wind indications, and then have like a coded alert system ahead of time, so you can like kind of look 3 days ahead, and then maybe different zones would pop off, like Vernon fire zone. You hit 2 in the afternoon on Monday, and Vernon, as you're playing through, lights up, bloom, crossover conditions in this zone. So you can see how many hours of the day they're crossover conditions. So this is one of my ideas that I don't know when it'll get implemented, but this is one of my ideas that I've never seen anywhere else, and I think would make it so, because what we want to do is make an app that's not just usable for the public, but for people who are actually in operations.
No doubt that would
like,
save
we got
some lives.
Here's road closures, for example. Just everything in one place, right? Get as much open source data in one place. So you have your command center. This will be my command center through the summer. And I got this.
What about some kind of alert
developer like implementing all my ideas? It's like, it's fucking heaven.
What about some kind of alert for a major change in wind direction coming soon?
Even that, right? So like, these are, I don't know how those will look, but these are like forward thinking fire predictors that I think, if it was part of like some kind of a predictive system and a monitoring system, current conditions, you'd have something going on here that nobody else is doing. No other app. When I have to when I'm doing my crossover predictions, I'm like having to tediously go through a map through Windy and be like, click on the temperature, click on the humidex value. Are we close there? Yeah, we're close. It's very tedious. Right? And there should just be an algorithm that like just spots that, like, well, bloom, there's crossover, ding. So how you develop that algorithm, I don't know. He's the genius. It's his site. I'm just the weather and wildfire, wise guy. But even his changes on the satellite imaging he's putting over top, like, I'm like asking for things and he's just like, bloom. 10 minutes later, check now. You know what I mean? It's so great. And when we have like dozens of fires popping off in a day, and we can like access so many different kinds of information in one place. And we're going to keep trying to put more things on here. Going to keep suggesting more things to Jeff. Like he was asking, like, is it too much to go into weather? I'm like, no, that's the whole thing. So like I've really been talking to him about things like crossover and, you know, what are the weather conditions that determine when fire is going to be? Like, why is it Joey seems to know always ahead of time? Like there's going to be a lot of fire next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Because I understand wind speed, I understand crossover. So when you have 30-degree temperatures, you have 30% humidity, and then you add the 30-kilometer-an-hour wind, that's when you have extreme fire behavior, and that's what we could see for a window on Wednesday. You know, and that's the other thing is like how many hours of the day is crossover? Like that's important to me, right? If I'm out, you know, predicting what the day is going to be like for the crew, and we say, well, we, you know, the Canadian model forecast showed that we'll be in crossover from 3 until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So there'll be a good 3-hour stretch, 3, 4, 5, you know, in around there where you could see fire really stand up and run. You know, when you're in that hot stretch of the summer, knowing that ahead of time. And then you look out across the board. Now we do have fire weather index as part of an index from the Canadian Wildland determining system there. Like it is one of our kinds of our things we look at in predictive, you know, fire weather that's called, but I just like something that's explicitly crossover and then maybe like red alert crossover when you're adding 30-kilometer-an-hour winds plus a station out there is dinging that, you know. So like we'll have the stations overlaid. You can see that there's wind speed indicators and whatnot overlaid. So getting more weather data on top so that we can see which regions are in crossover fire behavior. What happened last year when Saskatchewan had crossover fire weather tank? Fires ran 40 kilometers. So that weather, that's the big one, you know. How many hours of the day? What hours of the day? You know, because you could have crossover start early, 11 o'clock in the morning, but then thunderstorms come through in the afternoon, and that ends the crossover period, 2 o'clock. So 11 to 2. You know, again, like that, those would be important things to know ahead of time. So like this and many other ideas, we're coming up here with Jeff's wildfire-ready.ca. Make sure you go check it out, people. It's going to be a tool we'll really rely on, and we're going to keep improving on it. And it's going to be Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel's thing that we'll be using, right? And we'll be using
amazing to see it happen in front of us like this.
And then we have you know, Adam's whole project, Instant Weather, and how awesome it is. You know, and I feel like it's really usable, especially you know, it's got great radar feeds. There's still a few things I'm going to want to use radar scope for. I think what would happen is it'll be kind of like this. We're like, so we got this stormy system's going on right now in Chicago. And I'm like, what is going on in there? It's not a great stormy system, though. I want something a little sexier. So we'll go down to New Orleans, where it's been kind of popping off tonight. So we go down to New Orleans. What's going on here? So now we have, you know, great radar images. There's a lot of cloud, but not actually a lot of storming going on. Now, most of the storms have moved out. So a lot of cloud there. Right? But say there's something actually going on. That was a bad example.
Somewhere.
That was a bad example. Yeah. Come on.
Let's pretend there was something going on.
Oh, here we go. There's some
going to be something going on tomorrow, I hear.
Yeah. It's like the wrong day, eh? We got this storm in Sturgis. Now, what do I like on radar scope better still? It's this. I'll show you here. And I don't think there's anything that can be done to I don't think anything should be done, because I think only a nerd like me that's broadcasting needs, you know, wants to have options. If I were the public, I would suggest to you to get instant weather. It's going to be cheaper, and it's Canadian based. What I like, because I got the premium version here, is I just like the maps. I do like the mapping system, on so I'm not going to give up my subscription. I find a lot of use in this still, but I think for the most part, especially when it comes to going over like my daily thing when I'm making my forecast videos, is to go over Environment Canada. Go to their map there and then look at all the different warnings, but then I have to like go and like find out all the American things that are going on. Well, I just find like this is such a user-friendly system. I can look down and see a bunch of clouds. I see a bunch of stuff like, okay, cool, what's going on in Southern Ontario? So I click on the guy and let's look at the radar here. Nothing's going on there. We know that this is just so I think I'm having problems because I'm in the screen sharing mode here or whatever. Something's not working right now. I should probably refresh the page. That's what I should do. Because I know my computer works better when you refresh stuff. Okay. When it's been hours. So I like this usability feature. Okay. And we're back up and running. Frost advisory. Oh, freeze watch. Bam. Look how fast that comes up. All your information. That's so cool. So like it's both American and Canadian, very visible. On radar scope, it like doesn't include, it wouldn't have frost advisory, for example. It'd have tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings for Canada. So when it comes to like wanting to go through my daily, like this is what's going on in Canada right now. We got warnings here, we got warnings there. Boom. It's like so fast to click on and get your information. It's really like it's flashy and cool looking. It's not sort of like government-y looking the way that the Environment Canada page is. But there's still some things on Environment Canada I want to use again, but I think I'm going to be doing a lot of my shows off these two apps. As kind of being like my new signature thing that we're doing this spring. So this is the professional version of Instant Weather, but there's a free app you can get on your phone. Go download it. Show Adam Skinner some love, and we'll probably get him on the show here soon too. But yeah, I mean, I'm running a lot of things in the computer right now, so it's not helping my speed. It's like a pretty good computer, but it's not like. But yeah, I just find like, wow, that's really flashy, really pretty, really easy to see. It's something different than everybody else has got, So I'm gonna probably rely on Instant Weather for a lot of this kind of stuff when there's warnings and things that we're gonna go through every day on the show, and like kind of like our general update, like where it's like, oh, we can see something's going on here. There's a bunch of cloud going on there. Yeah, it looks like something's been going on.
So it's cold and warm fronts, does it? That's something that even windy. How do I get the show on windy? I usually only hit the full band. Maybe that's the problem.
That's something I need to figure out, because you can change the threshold of the data. So I got some things I got to figure out here. But yeah, really cool site. Really like what people are doing these days. Really user friendly. And here's another cool feature I'll show you, Hank, if you haven't seen this before. We'll find a storm. There's some lightning going on here in Texas. Turn the Houston radar. Oh, it's a little bit small. He's got a bigger radar. There we go. A little lower res, but a little closer in. Now watch this. This is cool. Ready? Bloop. How do you like that?
Oh, you got a thing you can pull across here. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the velocity on the right.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a good storm to look at right now to really show you. effectively, like, too bad we don't have a tornado going on. Well, I mean, good for whoever isn't getting hit by a tornado. That's a little deeper here. A little closer, a little higher res. Yeah, I just think that's so cool, man. And then you can also you can put it on dual mode. You know, a little more traditional.
Like radar scope?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go to triple mode.
Yeah. Triple. Radar scope don't have that.
Yeah, it does for my pro version that I pay like $140 a year for. And then missing one down here for some reason. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing that's super cool about this site. This is going to blow your mind too. And he's got something else going on in testing that's even cooler. We'll stay in Texas here because there's some storms going on. Watch this. Isn't that cool? Change the angle. I really like that.
You know, one thing I wonder instant weather has is cloud tops.
I don't know. That's a good call. We should ask Adam about that.
As far as I know, the only place in Canada to get cloud tops is a government site, and it's not the radar site. It's a completely different site that just has cloud tops.
It could be so handy during storms, having that too. Well, it's like, you know, what do you want? Ask Adam. He'll put it in there. He's crazy. But one of the things he's also working on, and you can kind of get the idea just by what I'm doing here, is they're working on a cross-sectional thing where you like draw a line across basically and then get a cross-section in the radar. So you can like look at it from the side. And then on top of like the cloud, you know, the cloud feed, your satellite feed.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're looking at a severe storm, you can kind of like really get a view of its shape, not just its precip. Like that's just the precip for people who don't know. Radar can only read precipitation. It can't see clouds. Clouds are just water vapor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love that, man. I love the angles game. It just changes things a little bit. Changes things a little bit. And it's just easy, just a right click. So I'm really big on instant weather, really big on wildfire ready. 2 cool new toys we're going to be working with a lot this year. And I thought we'd take some time tonight. And we'll be seeing these guys on the shows, I think, in the coming weeks. They'll be coming on. We've been talking now for 2 hours. I think I'm probably done. How about you, Hank?
Yeah, I want to watch the Oilers game.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, are the Oilers game's on?
I believe so.
Was it not last night it was on? I thought it was last night it was on.
No, last night was Vegas and
oh, that's right.
The
well, hopefully Edmonton. Hopefully it's the last Oilers game of the year, and then you're free. Okay. With that being said, everybody, have yourself a great week.
Yeah. You too.
Yeah, good to see you, Hank. Thanks for coming on, man.
You bet. Bye.
All right. Thanks, everyone in the audience. Have a great week, and subscribe, like, share.